Hey, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. I hope that y'all doing well. This is your girl, Tonetta, coming to y'all with the video this morning. This is the morning tea. So like I said, welcome. The video this morning, the topic is about changes, shifts, and U-turns. I guess I put it that way. And all of those dealing with directions, I guess I put it that way as well. But like I said, definitely welcome. When you come in, let me know where you're from, where you're tuning in from. I'm tuning in from Tucson, Arizona. So like I said, definitely let me know where you're tuning in from and what your weather's like. Our weather here this morning is almost 90. I believe it was like 91 or 92 this morning. So, and this is, it's just, what is 7:49? Well, yeah, 7:50. I guess 7:50 now. So in the morning. So like I said, it's hot already. But like I said, good morning, y'all. Let me know where y'all tuning in from. So let's go ahead and get on into it. Again, this is the morning tea. And it's about changes, shifts, and U-turns. And this is talking about in life or in business. I know y'all may have seen, of course, some of the posts that I posted and that kind of thing. I'm sure some of y'all see them. But like I said, I definitely want to do this video as just kind of, I don't know, I guess a precursor. I don't know what you want to call it. I really don't know. But I just want to do this video, just like I said, just talking about these things. I know I did the change challenge on here. I know a lot of y'all may have seen that too. Of course, and it talked about shifts and U-turns and that kind of thing too. But just know when it comes to life and business, sometimes you are going to have to make some changes. Life is just not stagnant. It's just not like, what is that movie? Pleasantville. It's not like Pleasantville where everything is just dandy, hunky-dory every day, the same life every single day, that kind of thing, day in, day out. There are going to be some kinks and bumps in the road, some things that's going to happen that's going to knock you off your kilter, or some things that's going to happen to push you forward or to knock you back or whatever it is. And like I said, we have to be willing and ready to deal with those things. But like I said, those shifts and those changes and those U-turns will always happen. Regardless as to how much you try to control it or how much I try to control it, that kind of thing, they're always going to happen. We just have to know how to, like I said, bounce back from those things, especially if it's knocking you backwards. You have to know how to bounce back, get back on your horse and go ahead and ride on forward. I guess I put it that way. And like I said, resiliency, that's what bounce back is. It's resiliency, being able to, of course, bounce back, to come back, to move forward from adversity. And a lot of adversity, of course, gets in our way. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's just life adversity, if it's just business stagnation or business things that's going haywire, or you feel like it's a failure, that can be, like I said, some things that, of course, knock you back. But like I said, being able to pick up and move forward, that's that resiliency that we all need, like I said, to, of course, to live this life. And like I said, when it comes to, especially when it comes to things that you're trying to do, and like I said, I would stick on business. I guess in business, because that's the point that I'm at. I mean, the point that I'm at this present time, I had to make some changes and some shifts and some U-turns, I guess I put it that way, in business. And trying some different things. I know if one thing doesn't work, I go on to the next. That's how I always am. Yes, it may look like a failure, that kind of thing, but I learned a lot, I guess I put it that way, from the things that didn't work, from the things that did work, and the things that I can, of course, improve on. I have to use my imagination for that. We all have to. When it comes to bouncing back and getting back on your horse and riding forward, you have to use everything that you learn in that process, no matter how many years or months or days it was, in order to push yourself forward, applying those new lessons, applying those new silver linings, I guess I put it that way, that you learn. Even if it's just with the mindset, still applying those things and being able to move forward in a better light. And just know that there's nothing wrong with redoing some things, I guess, in life or in business, I put it that way. Like I said, we're all going to have some times where we, of course, have to take a step back, reevaluate what's best for us, what's not best for us. Are we wasting our time? Is this growing? Is this making sense right now? If not, yes, we have to do something different. And like I said, that's what I had to choose, I guess, this past month, 2 months. I guess I put it, well, probably it was longer than that, actually, because I've been thinking about this for a while, actually, since last year, actually. But like I said, definitely finally making the changes. And yes, like I put the next little line after changes, shifts, and U-turns, yes, it can be a scary process because you don't know what to expect. I don't know what to expect. I have no idea if this is going to work either. Doing events, I love doing events. I've always loved doing events. Of course, as you all know, some of you all may know, of course, I bake and that kind of thing too. The event services, that's what I'm providing. And like I said, definitely that can go haywire too. You never know. I know there's already event planners here. There's event planners everywhere, I'm sure. But like I said, definitely they don't have my imagination, I guess I put it that way. And the thoughts that I'm having, I guess I put it that way as well. About what I see the problems are, what I see can be improved, and what I see that can be changed. I guess I'd say that. And like I said, definitely just my first year here in Tucson. This is our first year here. So I guess the first year would have been about 2 weeks ago. So July the 18th. So like I said, that was definitely a milestone. And like I said, I know I had to make some changes anyway. Because like I said, in certain parts of the things that I was doing, I wasn't seeing any progress at all. So I'm like, this ain't gonna work. After this many years and no progress and nothing's moving forward, I'm like, this is not gonna work. Like I said, I had to go back to the basics, and there's nothing wrong with going back to the basics. Nothing wrong with that. We're all going to have to go back to the basics on something at some point in life. And this just so happened for me to be business recently. Well, yeah, recently. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with going back to the basics. The basics are the things that can, of course, are those foundational building blocks in your business. That's what we all need, whether it's life or business. That's the foundation. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with that at all. And like I said, sometimes we have to do that, especially if you see the things that you're doing isn't working to whatever your thoughts and your ideas were. I guess I put it that way. And if they haven't been working for a while, I know you hear other people talk about this, other coaches, other people in business talk about how they had to make shifts and do something different. And there's nothing wrong with that. We all learn and grow. I'm learning, at least I'm learning a lot along this entire business journey, I guess I put it that way. And thank you, Olivia, for tuning in. I hope that you're doing well. And like I said, I'm definitely learning a lot. Been reading business books. I had nobody to, of course, depend on to ask about business or that kind of thing. I just see stuff online. That's it. So I had to take it upon myself to start. I have a bookcase. I'll probably show y'all another video. Some of the books that I've read are, well, because a few of them I haven't read yet, but a lot of them I have read already. And like I said, I'll definitely show y'all some of those things. Probably not today because I'm not at home right now, but I'll definitely show y'all some of those things. Some of the books that's helped me get to the point that I'm at, they're all business, sales, marketing, all those types of books. And like I said, yes, I'm still learning. That's fine. But like I said, definitely the knowledge that I have, I'm definitely willing to share that as much as I can share. As long as I know the steps, as long as I know that I have done it and, of course, it worked or is halfway working right now, that kind of thing, I'll definitely be sharing that with you. Because like I said, I want to see other people, especially when it comes to business, especially folks that look like me, I want to see them win as well. I know coming from St. Louis, I know I talked to a lot of business owners back then actually as well. But like I said, I know that the mentality, I guess I put it that way, certain places can have. And like I said, definitely just knowing that all the knowledge I have, all the changes I'm making, the shifts I'm making, the U-turns I'm making, that kind of thing, that I know that all those lessons can be a blessing for somebody else. I don't know who, but somebody else, whoever hears my voice, I guess I put it that way. But just know that there's nothing wrong with doing, restarting something else, starting something else. Now you're not starting from scratch, just starting from the place that you're at, whatever age, daytime it's going to be. So I know when I used to hear, I'm starting over, especially growing up, I'm like, oh my God, I got to start the whole life over, not going back to like infancy and that kind of thing, but just starting over from nothing is what it is. I guess it's what I used to think. Now I know as I'm in my 40s and that kind of thing, I know that it's starting from the place that I'm at and not technically starting all the way over. I guess I put it that way. And like I said, me moving into the event planning space and providing those event services, like I said, definitely, I know that I'm not starting from scratch. But with the balloons, I had to teach myself some of those little balloon decorations, that kind of thing. But I knew everything else. I have been doing those since, let me see, actually my first marriage, back in I was like probably like before 20, like between 22 and 25. That's when I started doing more. I was doing events back then too. Actually, I've been doing events since I was probably a teenager. I love getting the family together, barbecues, doing all this stuff. I've always done that. Playing the Halloween parties, playing the games with the kids, doing the baby showers. I've always done that. And like I said, I definitely had to figure out over these last several, decades, I guess. But I had to figure out what was best for me and what I want to see myself doing. I guess I put it that way. I know I love, of course, talking about coaching. I love talking about the mindset. I'm still going to probably talk about that anyway. But I know that with the job I currently have, of course, just being in social work, it takes a lot mentally to, of course, be in this field. I've been in this field, 24 years now. It was actually 24 years this past May. And I know that, of course, the last maybe like maybe almost the last 8-9 months, I don't know. I know I had been posting about and telling my partner about as well, that it felt like I was getting too serious with things, not doing my creativity, not having the fun I should be having. I guess I put it that way as well. And like I said, I know all these heavy topics, all the heavy things that I think about every day, and doing the caregiver support groups, people passing away, that stuff is heavy, I guess I put it that way, for anybody. And no, I don't take it home. I mean, I've always been good with that. I guess I put it that way. Not taking it home, not allowing it to, of course, to impact my fun and my trips and that kind of thing. I can always shut it off. And that probably just came from a lot of, I guess, my background with the violence and all that type of stuff. Being able to shut things off in different environments. I guess I put it that way. Oh, and thank you, Olivia. Thank you. I definitely appreciate that. I'm glad you're here. And hey, sis Abigail, thank you for tuning in as well. And is it Lucadia, I think, Bob? I can't pronounce the name. I'm probably chopping up. Sorry about that, but definitely welcome. I mean, thank you for being here as well. And like I said, I'm able to shut it off. I know a lot of folks, especially social workers or helping professionals, who can't shut it off like that. I've just had the gift to do so because of like I said, the upbringing that I had. And like I said, I know that with my creativities, I know I've talked about that a lot. How my creativity, of course, which is I love, like, with the events and the baking and doing anything fun, the arts and the journaling, writing, that kind of thing has always helped me heal in some aspect. And like I said, I was saying probably about early beginning of this year, actually, I kept saying that I need to get back to those basics. I guess I put it that way. And that's what I'm doing at this present point. And like I said, definitely I feel good about doing it. So, I mean, I'm fine. I mean, I don't know how things are going to turn out. I have no idea. Nobody knows. But like I said, I know I had to make those changes and those shifts and those U-turns in order to get back to what I want to see and get back to what I knew. I guess I put it that way. And get back to what I wanted, I guess what I envisioned. Well, my imagination was taking me to. But like I said, definitely I had to get back to that. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with getting back to those things. Even if to other people it looks like, okay, now what is she doing? Or now what is he doing? Or what do you think is you want to be switching something now? You didn't talk about this for years and now you're doing something else. That's what has to happen sometimes. It just I mean, that's what people have to do sometimes, whether it's in life, relationships, or business. Sometimes we have to do that. There's divorces that happen. I can't say every day, but I know they happen. People break up all the time. Sometimes you have to do something different. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. The last thing I'm going to say before I get off here, I'm trying to see what time it is, okay? Before I get off here is whatever you're doing, the changes, the shifts, and the U-turns that you're making, just make sure that you're doing it for yourself and not anybody else. Make sure that you're doing it because you know that it's something that you want to do, that is on your heart every day or your mind every day and your soul, whatever it is, that you make sure that you're just doing it for yourself. And not doing it because your mother wants you to, or because your partner wants you to, or because your kid said, oh, you should do this and that, or whatever it is. Make sure that you're doing it for you. And another thing that goes along with that, if you're making changes and all these kind of things and folks are telling you this is dumb, this is stupid, or you don't have to answer to those people at all. I learned a long time ago that you are what you answer to. If you don't want to answer to whatever the heck they're telling you, you don't have to answer to that. You don't even have to go into that mind frame. Oh, they said it was stupid, so maybe I shouldn't do this. If that's the case, then that means that it wasn't on your heart, mind, and soul to do it to begin with. So like I said, make sure that you're doing these things for you and not listen to what everybody else is saying about you or saying it looks stupid or it's dumb or this kind of thing. Just keep doing it because that's what you want to do. No matter how it looks at, no matter how it turns out. Because some of these things can turn out haywire, we have no idea. And you said, Abigail, you said your daughter can shut it off too. Helps her that she doesn't take customers. Most definitely. You can't take anybody, anything, usually when it comes to work or anywhere else personally at all. Because you drive yourself insane. And she sounds like she's helping people and that kind of thing too. So you definitely can't take it personally. So I'm definitely glad she has that skill too. Because I know a lot of folks who don't actually. I know a lot of folks, of course, just working in social work over these last 20-something years I've been in social work. I've seen marriages break up. I've seen people have nervous breakdowns. I've seen all types of things. People not taking care of themselves at all, worrying about the cases. This is going on. This is work. Going on vacation. That's all they're thinking about. I've seen that for many of people, actually. It's sad. It happens. But that's a skill that you have to learn usually. Well, mine was just I guess with all the stuff that was going on over the years, and I don't know if your daughter been through a lot of things and able to shut it off like that, but with me growing up, that's how I learned how to shut it off because of all the stuff I was going through. But everybody hasn't been through that situation, so you have to learn it from somewhere. That's resiliency. I know I talked about resiliency in the beginning of this video, bouncing back from different things, being able to move forward regardless as to what's going on. And she says she still helps them even though Oh, even through their raging, she's sells. Ah, okay. Oh, yeah. I'm sure she does selling cable. Yeah, I'm sure. Because people can be very rude and all types of stuff. Craziness. I've seen it happen, actually. Go off on you, curse you out, and all types of things. Well, I'm definitely glad she's not taking it personally, that she's able to cut it off. Because, like I said, that's what's needed. And otherwise, she probably drive herself insane and be depressed and thinking that she's the problem, this kind of thing. That's on those folks. And I had to learn that over the years, too. I know people, because I used to have a temper and all this kind of stuff, too, for years, actually. And that's something that I'm still working on to this day. And like I said, usually when folks are angry, upset, and all that kind of stuff, that's something within them. It's not you. Unless you try to kill them or hurt them or cheat on them. I mean, then, of course, that's people getting upset. That's just kind of natural in that kind of situation. But otherwise, like I said, usually, if the person's just angry, upset, bitter, resentful, whatever it is, that's something within them. As I always used to say, hurt people. And that is definitely the truth. Regardless as to what you're doing, that kind of thing, some people are just hateful. I don't know. Like I said, that's just some people. I guess that's the only thing, because that's what I've learned throughout life as well. And yeah, you can definitely, you can definitely teach about it. Like I said, she can. I'm sure she has some skills that she's learned, I guess, to of course teach about it. And that can definitely be something definitely good for her, I'm pretty sure. Because folks do need to know those kind of things. Like I said, that was something that I grew up on, had to do, I guess I put it that way, and something that I could just do automatically now. But like I said, I know some people just don't have that type of skill, and people do need that. Now, I know I'm getting a little bit off topic, but I do want to get going this morning, too, so I got to start working soon. But like I said, definitely just know that any kind of changes that you want to make in life, shifts or U-turns, make sure that you do that, especially if it's for you. Do it for you and yourself only. Your situation, especially when it comes to business or any kind of business ideas that you're doing, relationships, whatever it is. Make sure that you're doing it for you and doing it because it's been on your mind, your heart, your soul for years, months, whatever it was. Make sure that you're doing it for you. And don't feel bad about having to backtrack, or don't feel bad about going back to the basics. Don't feel bad about that at all. We all are going to do that at some point. You may not know everybody that's doing it because they're not going to tell you. But just know that there's nothing wrong with it at all. You can always move forward from where you're at and redo something, start doing something else, all that type of stuff. So y'all, with that, I want to say have a great day, y'all. Take care. I'll see y'all probably in the next video, probably tomorrow morning, actually. So take care, y'all, and I'll see y'all later.